Wow, I am kind of shocked. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I'm really excited because I'm going to be taking a look at Linkin Park's new video today, Over Each Other. I honestly haven't really been engaging with Linkin Park too much lately since, they reformed and are now working with Emily Armstrong. And just also because I kind of knew that I was going to want to watch this for the channel. So just haven't really looked at anything too much yet. I'm really excited though. Just as some general background about me, it's like when I was a little 12-year-old, I listened, you know, in the end came on the radio, Hybrid Theory came out, and that was huge for me. It's like I listened to Hybrid Theory to death and was actually a big fan all the way through Meteora, pretty much. And started listening to more and more heavier metal, honestly. So they were kind of my gateway band, and I was so shocked when Chester Bennington died, even though I hadn't really been listening to their music very much anymore. But it was like a part of me was really sad that I never really got the chance to see them, and particularly him, live ever. So yeah, that was a sad day for everyone. But I'm really happy and excited that they are back. And I'm really stoked to take a look at their video today. So in case you're new here, my name is Manonda Reaper. I'm a filmmaker. And I kind of take a look at music videos specifically for the visuals and how they come to work so well with the music that we all know and love. So yeah, I don't react really to the music. I mostly look at the visuals. So without further ado, let's go take a look at Over Each Other.
This is the letter that I didn't write. Looking for color in the black and white. Skyscrapers we created on shaky ground. I'm trying to find my patience, but you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right. All we are is talking over each other. There's nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other. Over each other. Reaching for satellites, but all alone. Under your breath, you're saying that I was wrong. Oh, the skyscrapers we created are coming down, free falling to the pavement. 'Cause you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right.
Wow, I am kind of shocked. That's okay. So first, let me reflect on some things here because before I get into the visuals, as I understand it, this video was shot in South Korea, which I had to double check real quick because the license plates very clearly weren't American. Apparently, the video is directed by Joe Hahn, who's a member of Linkin Park. And that's really exciting. It looks really beautiful. And also, I want to say, hooray for representation. For a second, I was thinking like, oh, it looks like they're girlfriends. But that can be true. But then I had to check and I was like, yeah, it is true. So what I didn't know is Emily Armstrong is lesbian, and it would have felt untrue for her, and if she were to play this with a guy. But for some reason, I'm not. Well, I know why, but we're not used to seeing this type of queer representation from American bands usually. This is so exciting. Beautiful. Like, I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the visuals then. So this is the opening shot then, right? Really soft looking, not very sharp at all, which is something that a lot of cinematographers actually don't like about modern cameras and modern lenses, actually, is that usually they look way too sharp. And here you can kind of tell is that a lot of it just looks, it's sharp on the points where it's focused, obviously, but it still has a certain softness to it. Really beautiful. Love that. And also the color here. Love the blue light from the outside, and then inside we have this yellow light, and we have the car's lights here and here to kind of break it up a little bit. And then this shot here is also really beautiful, especially how they rock focus to Emily in the background here. So we move forward and then the focus is wrecked to her face, and it's just a really beautiful transition. And she wakes up here. Also, again, beautiful shot. I love how her face is lit with the more yellow tone, and the hair is so really blue toned. And we have some of the red lights here and there. It's just really, really pretty. Okay, so she walks away from the wreck, and, you know, they were probably fighting when they got into this car accident. So it's really a heartbreaking story. Really beautiful close-up. Very soft. Very shallow depth of field. Because only like this very bit is in focus, and then here it's already out of focus. So it's very shallow, which gives it, again, like this sort of almost ethereal vibe to it. And then we move to this here. And yes, so as I said, it's like, I was like, that's not an American license plate, clearly. But I love this. I think that they make a cute couple in this. Love these shots. They were clearly happy, but then we cut back to her running. So, you know, you can kind of tell that it's a memory or, you know, a ghost of her past. And then they're here, and again, I really love the lighting here because they are lit with this sort of paler, cooler light, whereas we have a lot of this beautiful yellow light, warmer light from the background. It's a beautiful contrast. And then she sees she's getting a call from someone else, and they have a fight. I love the reflections here, especially since the reflection is actually what's sharp. So that's always a fun choice to make. Yeah, again, very shallow depth of field, very, very soft, very beautiful, and it just gives it that extra bit of visual weight. It's not happy. Okay, and then they're fighting in the car. Let's just continue here, but I'm loving the coloring. The color grading also looks very beautiful, really kind of the darks are very dark, so the blacks have been, the darks and the shadows are just like toned even a little darker, which gives it more contrast, which really, it gives it a very cinematic vibe. Yeah, so let's keep watching. Wow, what a twist at the end. Oh, that gave me goosebumps. How sad. It turns out that she's alive and actually Emily is the one who's dead. This moment, that was brutal. Very, very, very sad. And they pull the white sheet over her. Ugh, heartbreaking. Wow. Some absolutely beautiful shots here. So they ride her up. And I will say it's like the lighting in all of this is just really beautiful. Quite extensive. Like you can really tell like they have multiple lights going on to make her face look a little bit more warm toned. We have some more daylight like lights that are shining here on the EMTs. And this shot also, it's like this is already like feeling, they shot through something here clearly, and it's already like making her look a little bit more ghostly as almost like a foreshadowing. Really beautiful. I love the lighting. It's really a great way to make your film look more, or music video more cinematic, is the lighting. It's the key is always the lighting. If you're working with people who know how to do that right, you always get something special. And I love that we have quite a bit of saturation in the colors as well. And contrasting that with shots like this and of Emily in the car, it's just less saturated. So it really makes those couple of scenes really pop. Yeah. What a beautiful video. How touching. It was a short one, short and sweet. Loved also the lyrics here and how they sort of had her mouth the lyrics as they were having the conversation also. Really great way to tie it into the music. Very fitting. Wow. Yeah, I'm really touched. It's so special that Linkin Park, a band at their sort of renown, that would have that sort of wonderful queer representation. So I'm really excited all of a sudden because I hadn't really engaged with them so far. It's like hadn't really taken a look at them or Emily, to be honest. Like I'm not too familiar with what she's done in the past. And I love the grittiness of her voice. It's also quite a bit lower than I expected. So now I want to take a look at more. And I guess I'll be looking at more of their videos, the new ones that will come out, which I'm sure there's going to be more. Oh, what an exciting time to be alive. This is really wonderful. Either way, please let me know what you think of this video in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on it, especially on how it was shot and like how you feel it represented their story, and about how it was shot in South Korea as well, which I believe isn't actually too friendly to LGBTQ people. So would love to know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We also have a Discord server if you want to join in more on the conversation. We talk about movies and games and music, obviously, and just keep each other kind of up to date on what's happening in the music world, which has been so fun and really useful for me, actually. I also have a Patreon that you can support. On there, you get early access to my videos, as well as sneak peeks and behind the scenes of projects that I'm working on. So, as well as exclusive access to some videos that I can't share publicly yet. Moreover, I also write a short story every month. I write fantasy, sci-fi, horror, that kind of thing, and share those on the platform as well. All of that said, please subscribe if you haven't yet. And, please take care. And I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.